I'm Brina Ratanji, the Distinguished Young Woman of Southern Frederick County for 2021. Knowing how to interview well will not only prepare you for DYW, but is an important life skill for college, your career, and beyond. Whereas self-expression focuses more on your public speaking ability, the interview is truly just a way for the judges to get to know you better. What drives you? What are you passionate about? What are your short and long-term goals? Like in the program, I will ask our volunteers and our alums a question, and they will have 30 seconds to a minute to respond. Here we go. Evelyn, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Okay, so picture this. I'm standing on a glacier. I'm in a very nice warm coat. I'm setting up a weather station because I am a successful glaciologist. That's just one path my life could take in 10 years. I think the beauty of this line of thinking is that I actually have no idea where I'm going to be in a decade because, like, in the past decade, I've changed so much and learned so much and met so many new people. So I think in 10 years, as long as I've grown as a person and learned new things and met new people and made new friends, then I'll be pretty happy with that.
Rimsha, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I hope to see myself in 10 years established. So far, I've been working really hard and hopefully it pays off. I get into a decent college. My goal is NYU. I really want to be part of the marketing and advertising program in Stern. Hopefully, once I have completed my master's, I will find a decent paying job and excel. But that is the logistics side. But my dream, absolute dream, is to become a model in New York. I've been working on that too for the past 2 years. Just hopefully be signed by an agency first year in college and work on that as well.
Alexandra, if you could meet any person, real or fictional, who would it be and why?
I think I would meet with Dolly Parton because while she's extremely talented and hugely successful, she has also made sure that consistently throughout her career, she has made a space for inclusivity. And she has also created the reading train where she's able to donate books to millions of kids all over the world.
Shimri, describe an activity you are really passionate about.
So for me, I think just learning from like the power of productive conversations has been something that has been, I guess, an activity that I've been really passionate about my last 4 years at my current schools. I think it's, as like the Black Student Union head of my school, I've been able to foster a lot of like really important dialogue in the club around like, you know, the diaspora and things that just helped me unpack a lot of issues that I had with my own Blackness. And also like I've had similar conversations on the board of African Students Association. And this year, especially during COVID-19, obviously the pandemic has been something that none of us were expecting, but it has allowed us to, as like independent schools in the area, we've been able to take advantage of like the virtual nature of the pandemic. And so we've had a lot of meetings with other Black student unions from other schools, and we've had really good conversations. And I think that the power of conversation is not something that we talk about often, but I think just like a productive conversation has been something that has driven my growth outside of the classroom. So yeah.
Hi, Emma. Please describe an activity you are very passionate about.
So I've been translating Chinese classical poetry for a few years now. And not only has it enabled me to grow closer to my culture, it's also definitely really encouraged me to think about the way I express myself. Because each poem has its own meaning and its own history. In order to convey those meanings and that history, I have to really think about the way I phrase things and the way I communicate. And, you know, from my perspective, communication, especially effective communication, is really important no matter what you're doing. You know, not only is it important in a group environment where everyone has to be on the same page for, you know, things to go smoothly, it's also really important when you're an individual because people have to understand your objectives and your strengths. So I think that to me, this translation, which forces me to kind of think about exactly how I communicate and in the process improve my communication, has been really important to me. And, you know, not only am I learning new vocabulary and new tidbits of history, I've become a much stronger communicator.
Abby, what 3 words would you use to describe yourself and why?
3 words I would use to describe myself are Korean American, athletic, and kind. Firstly, I am extremely proud of my heritage as it construes a large portion of my identity, and I want people around me to be aware of my cultural ties. As for athlete, I am a soccer player and have been since the age of 5. Similarly, soccer and sports have tremendous effects on who I consider myself to be, and it is something I value and never plan on losing, especially in regards to my health and mental state. Finally, I believe that I can be kind. I try to treat everyone by the golden rule of treating others the way I want to be treated, even in the mundane ways, such as holding the door open or letting a car get out of the parking spot first. Kindness is something I aspire to share, and I believe that a tiny bit of kindness can make a person's day better, and in turn, the world.
Mez, what achievement, activity, or initiative are you most proud of and why?
An initiative I took at my high school was being a founding member of the Ganesha High School competitive dance team. Our school lacked the arts, thus lacking diversity amongst our students. The team served as a creative outlet and opportunities for our students to grow, much like athletics. I am proud to have helped create an artistic space for my fellow dance brothers and sisters.
So, Helen, what achievement, activity, or initiative are you most proud of and why?
Well, I think the activity I'm most proud of is mock trial, which is where you basically imitate a trial. So when I first joined mock trial as a freshman, I had no clue what I was doing. Public speaking wasn't my strong suit, let alone arguing with an attorney. But with my teammates' encouragement, my communication skills have greatly improved over the years. But what's more meaningful, I believe, is that I've come to understand the importance of collaboration. Without their help, I wouldn't have been able to reach where I am today. And so as a senior this year, with 10 new members in the team, I've tried my best to make them feel welcome, whether that be through explaining how the club works or preparing them for our competitions. But even as a senior, there are many things I can still learn. There's also another senior on the team who I really look up to, both for her easygoing personality and leadership skills. So I'm most proud of being a part of mock trial because I've learned that even if I think I'm bad at something, I can always improve, often with the help of those around me. And when I think I'm good at something, I should always be there to help others. But even then, there's always something I can learn from. So it's really like an endless cycle of teamwork and growth.
Those are just a few examples of questions that may come up in the interview category. Note that everyone answered in a way that was unique to them, and that's what allowed their true personality to shine through. At its core, any interview is just a conversation, nothing to be afraid of. Interview is just one of the many life skills this scholarship program fosters, and we hope this sample got you all the more excited to participate in DYW.